In the refined world of guitar mastery and literary songwriting, few artists have ever commanded the kind of respect that Mark Knopfler did. As the creative force behind Dire Straits, he gifted the world timeless classics like Sultans of Swing and Money for Nothing. But Knopfler was more than a finger-picking virtuoso who pushed rock guitar into a more sophisticated realm. He was also a former music journalist, a man with uncompromising standards, and someone who held a deep disdain for performers he considered artificial, superficial, or dismissive of authentic songwriting. For Knopfler, music wasn't just sound, it was storytelling. It had to be intelligent, sincere, and emotionally honest. Behind his calm demeanor and understated stage presence was a perfectionist who detested the rise of image-driven acts and marketing-based bands. To him, those groups weren't just misguided, they were an insult to the craft he devoted his life to. Today, in another revealing edition of Golden Satyrs, we're pulling back the curtain on the 6 bands that reportedly stirred Mark Knopfler's quiet but unmistakable contempt. The Newcastle-born guitarist who transformed working-class life into poetic storytelling didn't hold back when it came to expressing his views on the direction the music industry had taken. First on the list, at number 6, is Duran Duran, a group that embodied much of what Knopfler despised about the 1980s, the triumph of style over substance. Known as glamorous new romantics from Birmingham, Duran Duran rose to global fame by combining flashy music videos with polished looks. For Knopfler, this wasn't artistry, it was marketing. According to journalist Paul Morley, Knopfler once remarked to colleagues, "Duran Duran have turned music into a bloody fashion magazine. They're pretty boys who think looking good in videos makes them songwriters. When real music comes from honest emotion and genuine observation, not from a stylist's wardrobe, what angered him most was how quickly such acts gained worldwide success while more thoughtful. Musicians worked tirelessly to craft meaningful songs. At an awards show in 1983 when Duran Duran received multiple nominations, Knopfler was visibly uncomfortable and reportedly muttered, "They've proven that talent is optional if you have the right haircuts and enough synthesizers." To him, Duran Duran signaled the total commercialization of pop. Landing at number 5 is Culture Club, fronted by the flamboyant Boy George. While millions adored their bold look and catchy hits, Knopfler allegedly saw them as an example of rebellion packaged neatly for mainstream consumption. Journalist John Savage claimed Knopfler once told studio musicians, "Culture Club have turned being different into a marketing strategy. Real artistry comes from honest storytelling, not from performing rebellion for people who've never truly rebelled against anything." During a 1983 television appearance where both bands were featured, Knopfler reportedly made sharp remarks about performers who confuse authenticity with theater. To him, Culture Club represented not true individuality, but a cleverly designed product, what he allegedly called rebellion for people who shop at department stores. At number 4 is Wham, on the wildly successful duo of George Michael and Andrew Ridgeley. Their upbeat, youth-oriented pop made them global stars, but it drove Knopfler crazy. Industry insider Simon Napier Bell remembered Knopfler complaining, "Wham! Represent everything wrong with modern music's obsession with success. They've turned songwriting into a formula for selling records to children, abandoning any pretense of artistic integrity." While Knopfler spent years honing intricate guitar work and writing about real human lives, Wham! Topped charts with what he allegedly dismissed as nursery rhyme pop. At a 1984 industry gathering as Wham! Was celebrated for its commercial achievements, Knopfler was reportedly disgusted and told his publicist, "They've proven that talent doesn't matter if you can manufacture enough enthusiasm and target the right demographic." For him, Wham! Symbolized pop stripped of substance. In third place comes Kajagoogoo, best remembered for their 1983 hit, Too Shy. For Knopfler, they represented everything hollow about the industry's obsession with novelty. Neil Tennant, then a music journalist, claimed Knopfler once said, "Kajagoogoo proves the industry has given up on actual music." He was infuriated that years of work on authentic songwriting and guitar mastery could be overshadowed by a one-hit. Wonder built more on hair and hype than real artistry during one television taping where both bands were present. Knopfler allegedly refused to appear in the same segment, telling producers, "I don't want to be associated with the trivialization of serious music." For him, Kajagoogoo was nothing more than musical junk food designed to rot people's cultural teeth. At number 2 is Spandau Ballet, the suave London group behind hits like True. While celebrated for bringing elegance and sophistication to pop, Knopfler reportedly dismissed them as pretentious. Critic Paul Du Noyer recalled Knopfler grumbling, "Spandau Ballet think that wearing expensive suits and using big words makes them sophisticated. Real intelligence in music comes from emotion and honest observation, not from pretending to be intellectual." What annoyed him most was their brand of what he allegedly called pseudo-intellectual pop. While Dire Straits built songs on finely tuned guitar work and lived experience, Spandau Ballet layered on polish that, in his view, mimicked sophistication without delivering substance. At a 1984 awards show, as the band was praised for bringing intelligence back to pop, Knopfler was reportedly irritated, whispering to bandmates, "Intelligence isn't something you wear, it's something you earn." And finally, topping the list at number 1 is Frankie Goes to Hollywood. Bursting onto the scene in 1984 with the provocative hit Relax, the Liverpool band mastered controversy and marketing, two things Knopfler despised. Producer Trevor Horn recalled Knopfler complaining, "Frankie Goes to Hollywood proves the industry no longer cares about music. They're a marketing experiment wrapped in controversy for people who think rebellion can be bought." As the band dominated headlines, Knopfler reportedly felt betrayed by how easily the media elevated shock over substance. He allegedly told his manager, "They've proven that authenticity and artistry don't matter if you can manipulate the press." To him, Frankie epitomized the corporate machine turning rebellion into a product. So, there you have it, the 6 bands that reportedly made Mark Knopfler recoil. From Duran Duran's fashion-fueled pop to Frankie Goes to Hollywood's scandal-powered rise, these acts stood for everything Knopfler believed undermined the heart of true music: honesty, storytelling, and craftsmanship. Which one of these shocked you most? Drop your thoughts below, and don't forget to hit like and subscribe for more revealing stories from behind the scenes of music history.